Arin Hale never imagined that one careless joke on a sunlit afternoon would flip his entire life upside down. He had said it casually, half laughing, half exhausted, unaware that his words were about to invite a storm of change into his quiet world. He had no idea the woman he teased, dressed sharp, confident, and impossibly out of place in his small-town rental cabin, was the CEO of one of the largest tech companies on the West Coast. And he absolutely never expected her knock on his door less than 24 hours later, suitcase in hand. If you believe in kindness, second chances, and unexpected miracles, make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Heartbeat Tales right now. Your support truly keeps these stories alive. The day before everything shifted, the sun was pouring warm gold across the wooden railing of Arin's porch as he helped his daughter, little Sana, tape her broken science fair project back together. It had been a long week. Extra shifts at the auto shop, school meetings, late-night dishwashing, and the exhaustion on Arin's face was beginning to look permanent. When the rideshare car pulled into the driveway next door, he wasn't expecting anything unusual. But then she stepped out, tall, polished, a presence that didn't just walk but arrived. Her name, she later introduced, was Mara Castile. She had rented the cabin next door for a 2-week escape from her overloaded corporate life. The moment she approached the fence to ask Arin if the cabin's Wi-Fi password was written somewhere, he felt the strange jolt of meeting someone who didn't belong yet somehow fit instantly into the picture. She noticed the scattered papers, the tools, the messy bun of Arin's fatigue, and offered a warm smile instead of the usual polite distance. She crouched to talk to little Sana, admired her project, and asked genuine questions. In that moment, Arin felt something he hadn't felt in a long time, seen. They ended up talking for hours under the afternoon sun about life, burnout, losing themselves in responsibilities, and the quiet loneliness that creeps in even when you pretend everything is fine. And somewhere in that unexpected bond, Arin lightly joked, "If you ever get tired of everything, you could just move in here. We've got chaos, but at least it's honest." Mara laughed, a real, unguarded laugh, and he thought the moment would fade like any passing conversation. But she looked at him with an expression that was part curiosity, part longing, part something he didn't dare name. He never expected her to take the joke seriously. The next morning, bright, warm, alive with the chatter of birds, Arin opened his door to find Mara standing on his step with a suitcase and eyes that held both fear and determination. She told him she had resigned as CEO at midnight. She said she hadn't slept in months. She said the pressure was killing her spirit. And she said she wanted, for once in her life, to choose something human instead of something profitable. Arin didn't know what to say. He stood frozen while Sana squealed happily at the sight of Mara and hugged her legs like she'd been part of the family forever. That simple embrace made something inside Mara break and heal at the same time. Arin could see tears gather in the corners of her eyes, even as she tried to hide them. She told him she didn't come expecting anything, no romance, no favors, no rescue. She just wanted a place where she could breathe, a place where no one expected her to be perfect. Arin thought about his own fears, raising Sana alone after losing his wife, believing happiness wasn't something meant for him anymore, and the guilt that clung to him every time he felt joy. But when he looked at Mara, he realized she wasn't asking for his strength. She was offering her presence. Life over the next days became a gentle rhythm. Mara helped Sana with homework, cooked dinners that somehow restored warmth to their little home, and spent her evenings sitting with Arin on the porch steps, watching the sun melt behind the rooftops. She confided in him the pressure she had carried for years, the loneliness at the top, the emotional exhaustion she had kept hidden from the world. Arin shared the hurt he carried quietly in his chest, the grief he never gave himself time to heal. Two broken, tired souls finding quiet in each other's company and slowly the house began to feel different, softer, lighter, alive. One afternoon, while Sana napped, Mara told Arin she was thinking of staying longer, not just weeks but months. She said she didn't want to return to that life again. She wanted to build something new, something real, even if it was small and imperfect. Arin felt his breath catch. The idea scared him, but losing her scared him even more. He didn't confess love. He didn't make promises. He simply placed his hand over hers and told her she deserved peace. And if she wanted to find it here, with them, he wouldn't stand in the way. She leaned her head on his shoulder, and for the first time in years, Arin felt the weight on his chest lift. If this story touched your heart, please like, comment, share, and subscribe to Heartbeat Tales. Your support helps us bring more emotional stories to life. Special request: comment Second Chances Matter if you felt the warmth of this story.